Hey guys, what up? What up? How we doing? Like I wanted to check something before. Nah, I don't remember what it was supposed to be. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, I remember now. I wanted to check the price of a Mageblood. What I wanted to do. Mageblood heavy belts. Corrupted. No. Come down a bit, like 10D cheaper. Thank goodness. All right. We keep going. We are currently at 40 maps that we can sell. 40 maps. We have 50 maps in our big sample size to go. And we have how many divines that we can get to a Mageblood? I think I want to say at least we need to make at least 40D to 60. Not entirely sure the actual value because I'd have to liquidate, but realistically it is about 48 extra D from where I currently am. But I guess it's actually closer than I think, considering. Ooh, Hive, thank you very much. It's actually closer than I think, considering Wealthy Exile just does not price maps well, or T17 maps, at least as of the last time I checked. My FPS is quite bad. Why are you so bad right now? What's happening? My browser is slowing it. Also, what do I have here that is being problematic? A wiki tab, trade tab, filter blade, DB, Wealthy Exile. That's my go-to setup. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I have a question.
Sure.
I'm trying to figure out a way to config your hits ignore enemy monster lightning resistances, since that's not really like supported. But I didn't want to use the critical strikes ignore enemy monster LE res. Do I want to just go into the enemy stats and just turn their lightning res to 0? Does that count as ignoring? That does, right?
It counts if you have no sources of pen, but if you get a source of pen, then POB will increase your damage because pen. But if you're ignoring, pen doesn't do anything for you.
Okay.
So unless you want to be careful with pen in particular, not getting any sources of pen anywhere, it might be worth it to. There's probably a unique that will help you. Just put ignore ignore resistance in the unique tab and see if any unique pops up, and see if the line that says it is blue.
Oh shit, that's a good point.
Or even go in, or even just let me see. Open POB. Let me see Flesh Crafters modifier, how it's written.
Your hits ignore monster res.
Yeah. Or look at the mastery that has percent chance to ignore, and just take that and make it 100%.
What mastery is that? Isn't that the one that inverts?
The one that inverts, yes, I think.
I'm so fascinated by this build. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Flesh
so like
crafter. When minions have this, their hits ignore monster elemental resist. Just so your hits ignore monster elemental resistances. That should work. It'd be hard to believe that that doesn't work.
yeah.
Look at Flesh Crafter and just converts minions to your hits and then remove the ES portion of the line. I think once I get my Mageblood, I'm probably going to switch builds to my next build.
I almost have it.
I think that's the current plan. I don't know that I'm going to do more min-maxing on this character, even though this character is very far from min-maxed, if you will.
I'll handle it from here.
Like in terms of the things this character could do, this character has... Oh. Character is level 100. Doesn't have Unetol's Vow. Doesn't have a good 12 passive cluster. Wand is very unideal. Should be going for an aggressive minion wand, which I actually do want to have on like certain other builds that I'll probably end up making later on.
This is...
You did it.
Yeah.
Well, still looking at the build.
Yeah, I still am. It's like interesting. I wonder if it's just like something I'll look at or not care about again. But I'm also just looking at it and thinking like, there's a lot of cool parts to this.
Ooh, cornucopia.
It's got a lot of the things I like about
That reminds me. What do we have here?
got a lot of things I like about Inquisitor, which is how I found it.
Because of the ignore res or life stacking?
Just kind of both, I think, right? Like the life stacking, but like it's not just life; it's life in ES. Like
Yeah.
just having that much life in ES to me is really cool. So I'm like stunned. Like I saw it and I just haven't been able to get over it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it past that. Like I'm staring at it. I'm just like, wait, what?
I'm going to have to sell womb gifts at some point. I really hate the fact that my locker is full to the point where it is.
Because technically, yeah.
My guy, no phasing.
That was an honor to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he the only person that has that set up? Check the items, check the ascendancy, try to find others. If there's a plethora of people, there might be a creator that made it. In which case, you'll be able to find what he plays like.
That was the only person I had to set up. I saw someone who tried to copy. There was like one other person, and it wasn't. Like this is actually. Yeah.
Message him in
This is
game.
one of those rare ones. Yeah, I can. I mean, they're a Chinese character, but I can.
Can try.
Yeah, nothing to lose, right?
Mm-hmm. Just copy the, literally copy the name. Where is the boss in this area? Here. Okay, so basically wherever I see this chest, or I guess a ship with some, what looks like money or gold,
Yes.
that is where the boss of Coves is. Duly noted.
When I'm ready and not
I don't know.
Mine is still stun locked.
I mean, I'm kind of bored of the strat, and I don't really know what else I want to do, so I might not even end up playing eventually, so it's all good.
I mean, I definitely would like it different strats. Can't think of anything though. It's weird. It's the weirdest.
It's not weird.
It's the weirdest place
game.
strategies have been. I don't think it's the game per se in the sense of like I think you can still make money. It's just what appeals to me. I don't think that I can think of too many things in like different strats that actually appeals to me. Your up farm sounds cool. Settlers also sounds cool. So like Settlers is probably the one thing that's I think I might do after this. Maybe Fuji Settlers. But besides Settlers, what else is there that I find cool? Because like I think one thing I noticed when I was farming Settlers earlier in the league was just, I mean, it's nice and like if it actually is fun to farm, but like when you're 10 maps in, 20 maps in, you don't get too many raw drops. So the main thing with Settlers is that you're going to send the shipment, and playing the game without the dopamine of from map to map makes it hard to chain maps to map. So yeah, that's like the biggest thing for Settlers is Fallen is, in my opinion at least, too rare. I think I'd be more than happy if you had double the drop rates and half the price.
Nothing you have done was.
But that's me. It's not something. It's rare enough that I don't see it as being realistic to expect when I go settler farming, and I don't think that's what you want from a unique. But I also get it in the sense of like it's that strong. So that's how they decide to balance it. I just would have preferred. Okay, maybe if I don't know, man. I would even want shipments to give it too, because like shipment giving it doesn't have the same dopamine as dropping it after the fight. So I already want shipments to give it. And any suggestion I have, which is would literally just increase the drop rates, which is probably against what they want, or the unique at least. So I don't know. You'll make money. Well, how much fun would you have during the process would be the question. Yesterday I was watching Cute Dog, and Mans ended his stream earlier than I think I've ever seen him end his stream, and he's just waiting for the patch at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to. Yeah. It's hard to put your finger on it, but
Yeah.
like it
And
feels.
I really just, and I know to you it doesn't make much of a difference, but I really hate wading through a map that has the fortress. Like, it just feels, the obstruction doesn't feel good to me. It really doesn't. And just keep in mind, I'm already ignoring the fortress, the not fortress, the mini hives. I hate dealing with the walls. Like, if you just let me run straight forward without ever altering my pathing, maybe I wouldn't mind it as much. But like, all through the point where you're walking through the walls, your character is changing directions because he's seeing the wall and he's moving accordingly. But then you get close enough and he burns, so he changes. I don't. That feels too awkward for me. I don't know. Might just be me, but I don't enjoy it. Like, ignoring the loot, ignoring actually running the mechanic and all of that, I don't enjoy having to wade through that. Is there any reason you put Feeding Frenzy on the 6-link Spectre? Simple reason, I wanted aggressive on Dream my fort and I've been too lazy to swap, so I just have it there. I don't need the extra damage. That is why. It should be here and I should be swapping it with Control Destruction. I just want, when I have aggressive, I can AFK for fortresses without thinking twice. And I haven't felt the need to not have the support gem, if that makes sense. It's very suboptimal for my DPS, and I should have Control Destruction. Wait a second. Actually, let me check. Let me just make sure. I guess let's do this. Where's my snapshot? Let me just make sure the snapshot doesn't have Feeding Frenzy in the wrong spot. Yeah, it doesn't have Feeding Frenzy in the wrong spot for the snapshots. Okay. Yeah, that's what that matters. My character does. But yeah, it's interesting seeing how the different farming strats feel in the current state, because whenever I think about farming something like strong boxes,
When I'm ready and not before.
I always try to come up with what I would be farming them for. And I mean, I don't like div card strong box farming. I think it's too RNG for me. But non-div cards, what exactly am I farming for? And will I actually make money? Because I've never been a containment farmer, but I've been a discernment farmer. But since I think the changes to strong boxes with the non-native monsters spawning and whatnot, I don't think I've tried them because I just haven't heard the greatest things from them, from their loots.
Yeah.
What else have I been known to farm as an enjoyer? I think I get bored of harbingers, so I always say harbingers because I think I get bored of them.
Observe divinity.
I need more mana.
You're welcome. What else is there?
Beyond what you see, you deny a god.
Here we go.
I've talked about settlers. I've always wanted to farm breach, but it requires explode if it's on the minion build, and even then the explode is not the greatest. Defilers could probably farm breaches quite effectively, like old school breach at is not the current one. Current one obviously But way more builds can farm the current breach than the old one. Let me look at farming tree. Let me look at the tree. Einhar, I wouldn't mind doing Einhar, but you know my problem with my mental block with Einhar is that I think about Einhar and I think about what it would take to make, say, 100 200D with Einhar, and I just don't see it as being, I don't say feasible, but like it feels like it'll take so long to make that much with Einhar. And I think that probably stems from I don't fully understand how profitable, let's say, yellow beasts are and stuff like that I'm underestimating on you, other things like that. But yeah, that's where my mind is at with Einhar. Then Harvest, I've actually heard decent things about Harvest non-crop rotation, but I find non-crop rotation boring. But yeah, I've heard good things about Harvest without crop rotation. Incursion, we don't talk about Incursion. Blights, performance issues, Abyss, played enough Abyss during PoE2.
Dead, bro. It's dead.
What's that?
I got my numbers gazes.
Oh, my internet cut out? Or is that you?
I wish they didn't kill the hordes thing. I wish they like.
No, my internet is
I
still
would love
fine.
the
Was
normalization
that
of
you?
it. Hordes is like dead.
I mean, Hordes doesn't exist again. They removed it from the game,
I
right?
don't think that was the play. I generally don't.
What do I think about Hordes? I knew to get nuked. I know you disagreed. I knew to get nuked. I think it was too strong for its investment and for the scarab rarity that produced the possibility. And I think the efficiency to farm being locked behind caster mastery also created a problematic design from a gameplay point of view. I think there was a middle ground to be had where they changed the nature of hordes. And where did you get that from?
I invested my money and I closed the game.
2 mirror shards, congrats. What else? Yeah, like I just think there was a middle ground that would change the way hordes would play to not exactly be hordes, but like to allow Abyss pump out loot, because it is a lot of monsters, and what do you know, people like killing a lot of monsters. Delhi, I think I'm still burnt out from PoE2 on Delhi. I think I want to see grayscale again. Like all this time I've been saying like Delhi probably increases the map drops I get from my current strat. Maybe I'll do Delhi on the tree. I have not touched that thing, and for good reason. I think I've done too much Delhi in PoE2. What else do we have? Invitation farming. I don't like certain invitations. I don't like the invitations that throw you in random maps. I really hate them. The ones that have their own secure map, I think Phoenix them, I don't mind. But isn't Shaper, I feel like Shaper isn't what a lot. Let me see. Baran and Veritania all have different maps, so I don't want to do Cyrus invitation farming, that's for sure. Elder, I believe, is the same way, so I don't want to do that as well. So that leaves Saint and Shaper. And like I said, I'm pretty sure Shaper fragments are integrated. Why is my game freezing? The fuck is going on here? What is actually happening here? The fuck?
It might be lagging because you're roboting sometimes.
I will limit my browser from taking up,
Can you hear that?
from hogging
maybe?
resources. I can hear you. I assume you hear me.
Yeah.
Wait, my browser is reversed. Oh, something must have happened there.
I think like there, they, there's quite a bit of expectations for this patch.
I think
So,
there's way too much expectation.
I know, but like, dude, it's hard not to have that many. You know, it's not as if I'm just like, yo, it's a mid-game patch, and I expect them to completely revamp the end game. It's not as if I want that to happen. It's just more like, God, please, guys. I don't want to just go do like literally. I was thinking today, I was like, I want to farm something. Roshan tested T17 scare. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I can do this. Let's switch to another build. I'm like, you have double my damage, bro. If you can't do it, I can't.
What is? I mean, isn't it just killing rare monsters, or what about it?
Yeah, they just have a lot of mods.
Fair.
Not a lot, but they have many mods which makes them tanky. So if you're not a headhunter build that's really enjoying it, it kinda damn bad, as the kids say.
Hello.
And I literally have half Rashom's defense and damage. You think I want to hear that and think, oh shit, I should go do defense? I know what I would rule if I wanted to do that, like a generic strength stacker or wander, but I'm just really hoping I don't have to do that to enjoy the game right now.
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking, yo, maybe I could just like chill out and like farm like you know that divination scarab that gives you these like weird monsters in your map that are like a hat
IT.
with an eye?
Hats with an eye. The fuck?
They're a floating hat with an eye. That they literally have MTX that's in the game that we got from one of the leagues, and they're unkillable, but they will literally shoot like balls of lightning at you that can shotgun, and they come from a divination scarab.
You've tried to describe this to me during a dev interview. I don't know. I didn't know what they were then. I still don't know what they are now.
Alright, let me just find the divination scarab.
Plenty.
It's not pilfering, it's not cloister, so it has to be plenty. So these monsters, right? Let me explain how they work based on the wiki. The added magic monsters can be distinguished visually by flecks of purple, and they have the text Divination Touch in their list of modifiers. When they are killed, they spawn one or two types of hazards. A Divination card Barrage, which is like a hazards of, or either a Divination card Barrage or Lightning Tomes. Divination card Barrage
When I'm ready, I'm not before.
hazards rapid fire projectiles that resemble divination cards at the character, while the lightning tome hazards release short range volleys of lightning projectiles that deal damage and AoE. Both of these types of hazards persist for several seconds and they cannot be destroyed. If you're curious what they look like, I just sent it to you in a picture because like I'm not like, and ironically I have the MTX that they are in game because it was one of the I don't remember, I got it a while back.
I know this MTX. I have before two times.
That's what they are. They're floating and they're looking at you and they're like attacking you with it.
I haven't seen them.
So I
I
was
haven't
thinking
farmed it
maybe I,
with it
like,
at least.
Just try to farm our cards or something for fun, just like we used to. Like maybe that's just what the game is, right? Because the game used to be that, right? But we started getting all these things from other places. So that's what I was thinking of doing. But I was just like, bro, I'm already not tanky. Actually, these things aren't a joke. Like I said, if you thought the lightning ball golems are bad, these guys are bad, and you can't kill them, and they persist. So like, anybody else getting TLI vibes?
No, but if it's if they're shooting projectiles, I feel like it's not as bad as lightning golems, because lightning golems is ball lightning.
They're huge. They're huge, I promise. I mean, run them, literally put them in the map for fun, just to see. I'd love to just see if you haven't reacted to them before. I'm curious what you think.
So I just put what the fuck is this that's red? Why do I
How
have
many can you put?
why did I drop an 8 mod map?
You can put 5 in a map.
Well, I know did I drop an 8 mod map? Yeah, okay. I'll put this aside and have my map runners run it, I guess.
Yeah, you can probably put 5 in a map.
I should just put in my shrine map.
Yes.
All
I'm
right,
assuming they're not gonna do anything to you because you literally just don't take the lightning damage.
I take the lightning damage as other elements. So I will take the lightning. It would be as chaos and cold, and like 4% of it would be lightning. So you said divination, scarab of plenty. Do I have them? Yes, I do. Can I have 5? Sure. Heck, I even use the map I just got that had suppress. Because why not? I don't use my regular maps. Where did that map go? Just to confirm, it has no reflect, right? Yeah, okay.
Can you try tanking it?
Okay. So what do I need to do to get them?
Just when you kill the packs are purple.
I see them. I see the tombs.
There's a delay for YouTube.
Okay.
After you kill them, they spawn and then they attack you.
I saw the barrage.
It's kind of a lot. I think it actually scales with map modifiers too.
It dealt damage to me. It started doing damage to me once I ran out of leech sources.
Yeah. But like depending on the build, okay,
I'm looking, so
okay, yeah. So think about the layers of defense you have, and think about how I don't have any of that. And I just realized, oh, to enjoy that, I would probably want to play something else.
yeah, I get it.
But conceptually, it's really cool.
They look rippy.
They can be 5.
These are 5 plenties, by the way. That's what you're asking.
Though, is I just haven't been able to like really enjoy them.
Oh, they shoot mortars? Or are these mortars? They look like mortars. I've not seen the non-purple barrage, by the way. You said that the second one, the second kind of attack. Oh, I see the lightning one. I think I see the lightning one. No, that's just my Tempest shield. Okay, killed me. I ran out of things to. Actually, no. I think I took regen, right? Yeah, I took reduced recovery rate. Okay, makes sense. The lightning I'm seeing, I think, is Tempest shield. But you said they have 2 attacks. I haven't seen the second attack. Yeah, I can see the purple like circle.
I'm seeing it in your maps. I don't know. Yeah,
I can see the purple one. I can't see the second one. You said there are 2 attacks. The true. I'm only seeing one of them. The purple barrage. Yeah. I'm only seeing the purple attack, the purple mortar looking attack. I'm not seeing the second one. You said the second one is supposed to be what? Or it's supposed to look like what? What is raining something on me?
I don't know exactly what it looks like. I was just like the description.
What was the description of the second attack?
Everything dies.
Finish an anime today whose theme song has been living in my head rent free.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
So how does plenty this Scarab of Plenty work? You just kill them, and is that the one that's not the one that my bosses steal the div cards, right? So which one is, how do you farm with them?
The purple monsters that you kill, they get touched by them. They are, they have a high chance to drop cards. The scarab literally says.
I mean, I didn't read the Scarab. I just put them in. Scarabs. All right, look. Time to die. Surely with the hordes of monsters I have in this map, there is no universe where I don't drop a fortress. Every map is kind of nice. Boy, a fortress is what I was gonna say. Give me a fortress. Two fortresses, two fortunates in this map. Okay. Increase damage while bleeding. That's an interesting mod. You'd want to reduce the damage you take from bleeds while increasing your chance to get bled.
Let's get it done. Cover me.
And this is why I don't switch out my feeding frenzy for my chest piece, because I'm too lazy to do it. But with it in there, I get to AFK all the same. My guys, why? Where are you? Okay, good. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Don't be shy. Is there something in there that's making it so they aren't coming out as easy? Like the fuck? Are you getting stuck in that large ass tunnel? Do y'all need help getting unstuck? That reminds me, I've been forgetting to log into TLI for the Battle Pack Spirits crystals. I think I got up to like day 4, day 5. I don't have too many logins left, but it also ends on the 14th, so I should do it or forget about it. Realistically. Ooh.
I'll take you all down with me.
I wonder when we're going to get patch notes for the patch.
I'll have to stay
And
behind.
patches earliest
You must
tomorrow.
escape.
At this
Earliest tomorrow. I don't know that I'd hold my breath for it coming tomorrow.
point. Said earliest. They said end of the week. There's only so many days left in the week.
I mean, tomorrow is literally
They don't
midweek.
really release them on Fridays, so I think it might be. I think it's just Thursday.
Yeah, realistically, it's Thursday. I think they've released on Friday too for patches like these. They have released on Friday before, at least PoE 2. So I won't say Friday is beyond them to do, but yeah, we'll have to see. What is slow? Oh, I'm gonna say what's slowing me. Then I realized this map has temp chains. Three fortune. Oh, that's a fortress. Nice. Okay, go. This map gave me 3 fortunates. I'll take it. So that's 3 fortunates is half a divine, I guess. I think the math checks out. Plus 6 is 1, so 1 over 6 is 1/6 of 1, so 3 over 6 is half of 1. Yeah, the math checks out. Oh geez.
When I'm ready, and not before.
All right, how about this? Let's go use some womb gifts. I hate being this full.
I welcome you.
What do I want to do here? Should I prioritize currencies? Sure. In a search for dopamine, I think prioritizing lavishes is not a bad idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These, I think, will honestly be more money like 9 times out of 10. Should I really not just go for these? These are way more stable. Should my priority be... Yeah, my priority should be making money. Never mind. Let's put the lavishes where they came from.
Yes, just like that.
Okay, that's big. Kind of meh. Pretty decent. Meh. These two are meh. This one is going to reward multiple divines. Many divines. Beautiful.
She is pleased.
Ooh, I love seeing amethyst in here. You, on the other hand, are going to be absolute ass. I believe. What is that all res roll? All attributes, tier 2. Yes, let's see. It's not bad. What'd you say?
Nothing.
This one is Giga Life. Yeah, ain't not worth much. Nope, trash.
She is pleased.
Could be worth something. I doubt it, but could be. Yeah, 40 chaos. Sure, we could try selling it if it sells. This is kind of ass. Bad. Still bad. And bad. Maybe decent. Maybe decent. Keep this to the side. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Never mind, your ass. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad.
The Genesis tree accepts your offering.
You could be decent, actually. Is it you? Yeah, you could be decent. Woo! Okay, you are decent. I'm gonna put you up for 8 and see if it sells. Because in theory, an evasion ES stacker that uses attack damage would want this. So would a character that wants int and ES alongside the res. So pure ES int stack, well, int stackers wouldn't want this obviously, but this has a very healthy amount of ES. Okay, you could be worth a pretty penny. Probably worth a pretty penny. You are actually very good. Yep. Your shit. You're okay. Not great, not bad. Yeah. Okay. It's like a divine if I get lucky. Most likely not. Life. Honestly, this is not a bad ring. Wait, it's not. It wouldn't be worth anything, but it's not a bad ring. Minion all res if you need minion early res. If it had minion life, it'd be huge for certain popcorn setups. Heck, it still might be good for popcorn setups as is. Because early res can be converted to minion life with the helm. So having this much minion early res, then being able to get minion life by like bound fossil spamming. Or just reforging life. Would be pretty good actually. And then you are decent at best.
I hope that rebellion is going well. Once they win, they can help us against the Hiveborn.
So everything here we're selling.
Beware of the enemy.
All right, I'm going to need to start pricing all of these again.
That's the trick.
I'm just hoping that doesn't fill up too quickly.
I think I can sell.
Brother, what was that?
Gouge those boobs, I say.
Okay, so we keep y'all in the pile that hasn't sold yet. We're going to put you up for 100 chaos. What about you? I'm still the cheapest. I'll go down to 180.
Thought so.
That'll take me more time to price than I have. All right, time for the new ones. I said you were going to be how many divines? 7 divines plus. Okay, how about this? Let me see. Where is catalysts? Oh no, that's not what for me. I'll put you up for 90. Yeah, 90.
I think I can sell that.
Actually, before you lock. Okay, that's the most important part, I think. All right. 90. What about the other one? You, I said I was going to... Oh, I can't craft anything on this guy. I think I'll put you up for 1D.
I think I can sell that.
Then you, I was going to craft life on you. Okay. Put it up for 35. Chaos. Put it there. As for you, we're looking at 60. Put on some minus mana cost ring. Now we're looking at still 60-ish. Put up for 70. 65.
Really?
Put you up for 120 chaos. Then for you, we're looking at 45-ish, probably cheaper. This is on the expensive side. We can already do that. And this one doesn't have anything to craft.
I'll let you know.
And this guy. This says 3D. I'll put you for 6D for now and see if it sells. If not, you slowly go down. And then last but not the least, this guy. I don't even know what I'm going to price this one. I'll put it for 1. And then I'll take you down.
Price.
All right. We've spent our blood. Okay. Browser is reopened and it's not taking as much memory as it was.
Let's get it done. Cover me.
On my lane as Infernus, you'd never see me.
Yeah.
I won't fail.
You were saying?
Ah, it's all good. I got cocky. Taking so much fucking damage in there. One my lane is Infernus. You'd never see me farm 30k so fast.
You must escape.
In mid, I literally killed 3 people in mid early. I just, alright, that's my cue. Give me all your camps. Give me all their camps. And this is gonna be a really quick game, I promise.
And it turned out to not be a quick game indeed.
Still, it's not even 30 minutes yet. I mean, I went green solo and 4 people appeared. I'm tanky, but I'm not that tanky. Like, I survived the Haze ult into the Beep-Up ult, into the Lash pull, into the... And then Holiday lassoed me too. If she's gonna do all that, then... I will give it this soon.
Back to your hideouts.
Still killed like 2. Just couldn't get them all.
Ooh, 2 fortresses from hives. If there's a way to make hives appear every single map, or actually reliably like see them, I actually would have made a passive or atlas tree around it. I think I'd have liked the concept of that. Where you do the hive, you know, you just hit a bunch of monsters, you don't know what you're going to get, but you know you're going to get something good. Or you lean more into like it would end up effectively working like Blight was last league, where it was an engine to farm different things, where you could use Blight to farm maps, you could use it to farm scarabs, you could use it to farm currency. You know, Blight was that jack of all trades last league. I can see Breach filling that role this league if we have a way to force or prioritize hives, but unless we get Raw Divine, don't mind if I do. Unless we get something like that, then you just have to keep doing your thing and I guess be happy whenever a hive shows up. One thing that surprises me a lot is that they really didn't add any way to like skew the content for Breach, considering it's once a map. Like, at least they gave us chance to find the womb gifts we wanted, but like as a modifier. But you know, a way to make it so we're more likely to see one or the other, I would think that would be something they would want to do. But I know they don't want to put in the Atlas, obviously, because I mean we all know how Necropolis went with that as a feature. Having a mechanic that's forced in every map, but it just means you have to spend those points, otherwise, well, you're just -1 mechanic from everyone else who does. However, having a way to skew it in the form of its own skill tree, like the tree could easily have had seeing as it's the whole monastery fighting the breach, all of those things, they could have had a table or something where they are planning their offensive against the breach lords, and on that table you get to choose where they focus their efforts, and where they're focusing their efforts is like, you know, what you want to see in your maps, but just embellished for lore reasons. Jesus Christ, my internet. On that table you'll be like, okay, let's focus on dismantling their hives so they can't settle, they can't create strongholds on our world, and next thing you'll see more hives. It doesn't have to be guaranteed, just, I mean, anything is better than not having any sort of control. Maybe, and if and there could easily be a branch where it's like, okay, you don't care about which breach you see. All right, how about you just get any breach you see, you get more loot from it or something. But yeah, I think it's a lost opportunity there. I think it'd have been really nice. What the fuck is a Volcanus? Volcanus. Your ass is what you are. And as expected, everything here is ass. Kalissa's grace. There. Reduce cast speed, minus accuracy, but regen and life. Such lost opportunities.
When I'm ready, and not before.
I need to mass sell my Dune 16.5 soon. Another seer. 2 seers in a row. Both second one just as ass as the first. Sag. I'm a buy Squirming Terror because you never know where it's coming useful. How many fortunates do I have now? I don't see a div card.
When I'm ready, I'm not
Ooh. Lots of stack decks coming from ooh, the newest most expensive ring I have sold from the tree. Jeez. That is a big boost towards my Mageblood is what that means. I don't know if I'm going to get another earring that can actually beat that. I don't think I can. Real talk. Like, I genuinely don't think so. I think that is as expensive as it gets. I'd be very surprised to see it get more expensive than that.
Approach, challenger.
How's the Inferno's game going? What is that lag? What is this stuttering? 3 nameless seers in a row? And yet it's still gonna give me trash? You better fucking not. Hand of Freesia, Lightning Coil, Umbilicus. Lightning Coil is not worth much. Hand of Freesia, are you worth anything? Or it's not. Heartbreaker? No. Out of everything here, what am I most likely to use? A Hand of Freesia. It's only 20% effect though. How much is a 40% effect? 1D. Damn. How sharply the price drops. I think this should be more dust.
Sold something while you were gone.
Yoink. Right, let's empty my inventory and let's hope we don't get this obstructed by womb gifts. How about we do this? Provisioning. These are the provisioning womb gifts in here. Until I'm ready to do other womb gifts, I will remove everybody else and put them in a quad tab. And then at some point, I will go get them. Growing womb gifts are 1C. Mysterious is are what? Pretty sure I saw Mysterious just now. 8C. Lavish is 8C. What about Ancients? 18C. At some point, I'm going to get it double graft blood gained grafts, and I think at that point I will start eating through all my gifts, and maybe then I can actually catch up on not filling up the locker ball. Yeah. At least for now. At least for now, it's empty. Or not empty, but it's more chill. Yoink.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
Ooh. Big success of a map. I'll take it. I feel like since I really started hugging this wall to try to get the bosses down before actually clear most of the mobs or getting shrines close by, I think that has increased my fortresses per map by quite a bit. Probably just because I'm running to less altars. I'm running into less altars before I kill the boss. I'm running to more other regular altars or non-boss altars. However, I still think I'm getting slightly lucky with my drop rates thus far, and I really hope that if I just keep doing it, the luck will continue. Is someone buying something? I heard it like a jingle. The number of times I've left here without him being dead because I killed something that I thought was him but it's not really him has to be studied. Like you would think that there's no mistaken hill luck there, but you'd be wrong sometimes. Maybe it's the maps where he gets duped. I don't know. Also, can I just say Where are these nameless altars they claim are like 1 in 40 maps? Ooh, fortress. See what I mean? I'm consistently actually dropping fortresses now. Not complaining. Far be it from me to complain. You do not look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. What build is it? It's Wretched Defilers. It's a minion build. A pure Spectre build. And it's insane. Yes, it is. It very much is. Though keep in mind I am relatively high budget, so I'm able to use things like Doriani, which makes my single target insane. However, I will say it has been very smooth since around about low to mid budget. So there is at least that. But at the same time, it's also important to note that in the current state of the game, minions are relatively expensive. This shield, as an example, I got it for 13 divines. It is not 13 divines anymore, 25. So you eventually want it. The good thing is this is not build defining by any means, so you can make do until you have it, or until you can afford it. There are many upgrades in the low to mid budget before you get that, but it's just important to know that some of the key items to the high budget setup that you might not expect to be expensive are expensive. 1 2 1 2 3. The numbers of scarabs in there has really gotten light. I can't complain. I have 6 days left in my King's March, and I do not intend on doing anything about it. I was thinking about using map farmers and whatnot earlier today, and realistically, I probably should if I want to optimize profit per hour to my Mageblood. However, if I ever got to the point where I was looking for gold for King's March, that'll probably be it for the season with King's March. I think with how many different sources of like gold sinks that exist in the current state of the game, I do not want to have to deal with. I don't want to have to deal with. Brother, can you click? You ever lucky I haven't hidden you? Orbs of Alchemy. Oh, Egan.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Look, Exile. A fresh air.
surely this map is actually still going to drop a fortress, right? Let's just mow down these breach enemies and hopefully one of them drops a fortress. Fortress. What I say? All right, cool. I think I'm really starting to understand just how the loot works in Breach. Theater of Lights, yes. Now that's what we're talking about. This is not a bad sequence of maps, to be honest. I think I mean, I know these maps except maybe Bramble Valley, but even Bramble Valley is one that has a monkey at the end, I think. So it's really not bad. Really not bad. There was a breach farming strat that Arcane sent me when I need to check that to see what exactly they are farming or how exactly they are juicing breach. Maybe I'll get ideas on what I can do to improve how many maps I get from it from breach. Coves, I think we said wherever the pile of like treasure on the boat is where the bosses are.
Hunter be hunted, Exile! The first one looked upon this capture with pride, Exile. You hunt well. We will be best friends, beast.
Here, brother. Internet's acting up. Now this one, I mean, I may know the map, but I still have to get to the end. But I guess at least that just means I'm going to be beelining it through lots of shrines, so I don't fully mind.
You there, local, come to me. When I'm ready, and not before.
Oh well. Do your flying. Let's get it on with. Get it over with, please and please. Ooh, a fortress. I'll take it though. Brother, 2 fortresses? Oh, this is the scarab one we've been talking about. All right, let's do this. Final boss drops 3 additional scarabs. Sure. Let's spend currency, shall we? We're going to need domination scarabs. We have how many maps left? 1, 2, 3. So 3 of them.
I'll put the word out.
Then I think we just go for a full stack of these guys. So we have 3 maps, and I'm going to need 4 of them each map. So that is 12, give or take.
I'll put the word out.
Game just trying to make me scam myself. And then domination here. And then if everything, and then of course we choose that. I forgot. This is kind of fine. How much I exalt again? I'm hesitant to use an exalt. Sure. Reason I'm hesitant to use an exalt, I'm going to put these at this edge, maybe to help me not put them in my inventory. And I'm going to be hunting every single shrine in the zone, because there should be a lot of shrines that should be able to give me a lot of bonus scarabs to take home. Because that's what was that silence?
When I'm ready, I'm not afraid.
I'm guessing we are dropping a whole bunch of maps I don't keep, or scarabs. Yeah, there's so many scarabs I don't care about here. Surely I actually get some good scarabs with my shrines. Ooh. Where is the boss we're fighting? Bro. Really? Again? We need to make sure we actually do not leave any stone unturned, and that with that in mind, let's go get that breach, shall we? Bro, what is that? The fuck? All right. Just on the tiny bit of chance that it's my PC, I have limited my browser's resource usage. Does he count as the final boss, I wonder? I'm inclined to say the answer is no. Lightheart is hidden. Hmm. Let me just check filter blade just to be sure. But also let me check here. Okay, so you are actually on the cheaper side, but Ascent is on the more expensive side. Anyways, can I have updated my loot filter? What is happening today? The fuck is this? What on earth? This is not looking good. That one I don't think was my PC. That was so weird. Oh shit, ultimatum scarabs.
Back.
Welcome back. I got final bosses, drop scarabs, so I'm just anything I'm seeing. So far in my first map using it, I got like one scarab. I got divinity, I got guarded riches, and I got ultimate scarab of dueling. Seems to be about it.
Yes, I mean, they all drop.
Yeah,
Hiding
just
the others, right?
yeah. But I mean, if that's the degree to which, then it's not great, especially seeing as I think I also got maximum. I got shrines in my map from the first map in the thread as well. So let's hope for better maps. This has a lot more currency, but no more Scarab. I don't think I can roll for more Scarab either. Or can I? This is actually a pretty good map. Kind of don't want to, but let's see if I can get more Scarabs. 53% more Scarabs. Awaken at Desolation. I can probably make do with it. Let's see if we can get something better. Sure. I think that's that Crimson Township boss that we just killed. Vestida, whoever you are, I do not know you. What do we have here? Will I see Kitava in here? I wonder. I doubt I will. Oh wait, he is in here. But will he drop more Scarabs? No, he doesn't drop Scarabs when he's in the ritual altar. Okay. In case you wanted to cope and do the ritual, that's telling us to not bother.
When I'm ready and not afraid.
Scarab dupe chance? I'll take it. Is he already?
30 seconds in. The enemy Calico dies.
30 seconds in.
Good luck game. Literally 30 seconds.
Have the waves even spawned at that point?
They just spawned.
Lol.
Abrahams, who's with her on the other team, pauses. And then
Leaves.
no, he says, okay, fuck me, I guess. That's what he types. It's like the way the game is over before it even starts, right? And I'm like, that is actually so fucking funny.
Oh, severed.
Approach, challenger.
Approach, challenger.
I need more mana.
Bro, where the fuck are you?
All right, whenever you're ready, you come on down here so I can kill you. And then Theater of Lies. For what purpose? What reason? Ooh, 120% more scarabs. These mods are unideal. Will probably kill me, but we shall run them. Especially volatile cores. I see volatile cores eating a portal or two, but we are level 100, so we can afford to. Let's hope it doesn't actually.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
There's also, of course, the universe where we end up dying to. A very real possibility is that we die to what's his face, drowning orbs as well. So let's stay mobile, shall we? Yako with the sub, thank you very much. How you doing? It's been a while. How you been? Oh god. You caught me in the middle of picking mods that are very bad for my sanity. All for loot. As the devs intended, I guess.
Well then, were we, from threads spanning long dead stars, in its image, to take on the image of those who needed to hear its message. I try to remember its shape but cannot. Try to fall into my past and cannot. I am anchored by you, Merman. Buried and drowned by your presence, by my duty, as far above the grave beyond. A servant across the ocean.
Oh my fuck. I mean, I had a tank, I'll take it, whatever that tank was. Brother. Invigoration. Brother. Can I use the reflective mist in peace, please? Fuck it. I don't fully know exactly what I have, but the game doesn't want it.
Observe divinity. Reprimand. You deny
All right, I'm doing good. Just watching your YouTubes. Your oh,
Allow me.
I. Oh God, I can't stay still in this freaking map. All right, get me the fuck out of here. You streamed too late for me. Oh, what time is it for you? So this has good life, really good life, really good strength. Everything else is shite, especially rarity. Yeah. Everything else is shite. All right. We destroy you. Do I think I made a profit from those scarabs that I just bought? Let's see. We got invigoration, so that alone might be pushing on a profit, maybe? No, actually, no. Yeah, we made a slight, I would say we made a slight profit. Most of these are really cheap, like 3 chaos, but then a few of them are like 9. One is 74, but without getting lucky and getting the 74, we lose, and we lose quite hard, I think. And considering that was the second map in the chain we got it on, and we actually did juice, we did start juicing more scarabs. We'll try again, I guess. 3:30 in the morning. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, that is 100% too late. By the way, why don't you run tier 10 maps? The bridge boss drops free Mageblood. Surely, right? That guy, I've killed him so many times. Like I cannot count how many times I've killed him. I assume you mean Varun, right? The guy that spawns in the after the regular bridge. You go yours that way in tier 10 maps. Jesus Christ, man. Everybody's dropping the Mageblood but me. Arcane, who is also on the call with me and playing Deadlock right now, currently owns a Mageblood that was gifted to him by a random mob that he doesn't even know. In his defense, it was at least a tier 16 map, so yours is filthier, but yeah, a random mob gave him a Mageblood. And then there's me, farming for multiple days for mine, as the price decides to go up and then down and then up and then slightly down, as I inch forward one fortress at a time. Was just doing my last tier 10 map for the Atlas, and you dropped. Wait, so you had basically already passed tier 10 maps. You weren't even like naturally progressing. You were just getting your last points when it happened. Disgusting. Completely and utterly filthy. Congrats. Surely we spawned the boss here and he's going to drop my Mageblood. That is precisely what's gonna happen, right? Let's at least hope he drops a fortress. So we're going to kill as many monsters as we can. Just making sure. Give me that fortress. Man, did he even drop a fortress? Talk about Mageblood. Yes, that's how you do it. But now I have nothing to grind for. I mean, you still have. If you are still completing your last of your atlas, you still have a lot to grind for. You have your entire build to grind for. I mean, for me personally, once I get my Mageblood, I still have other upgrades I need to make that Mageblood will allow me to make, and then after that is when I'm actually going to go for like my next build. And I have like 2 more. I already have a POB for that one build, my next build, and then the one after that is just for now it's just purely conceptual. A conceptually fun idea that I would like to try, involving fortification and double damage, and of course more specters, because why not? Every single time I think about trying to go Hallowed Monarch for the headhunter, for any as a headhunter slash what do you call it, as a headhunter build, I remember I really dislike Link gameplay, and that keeps me calm. I have theory crafted with that Hallowed Monarch helmet so much, but I just can't justify giving up my helmet slot for that. Like in terms of specters and what they excel at, they don't need it. They don't need headhunter buffs to succeed. They really don't. That means you just be, ooh, what is this? Catalyzing, I'll take it. He may not drop fortresses, but I will take catalyzings as well as payments. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Hallowed Monarch. I have theory crafted with that shit. It is not like, unless we're going for non-spectre builds, then yes, there might be certain minions it can really work for. But that being said, you want it to be on a 1 minion build. But like, would you really go for a minion build without an HE? I feel like whatever mods you're getting, you might also want an HE there. Dominating blow wolves with tigers. We won Spectre with the 3 mods. And it was fun with the new amulets. Yeah. That reminds me, there was also someone suggested a chieftain build with that new amulets and, you know, the usual minion life stacking, because that means minions can actually get more life than, what the fuck is this lag? This is PoE servers right there. It's actually not even me, is the funny thing. Like, I'm not losing frames or anything. This might end up. Oh god, what the fuck is this? Jesus, what is this lag?
When I'm ready and not
Brother in Christ, what is this? Why has the game been unstable since I started streaming? It's latency. I guess I have to leave this map. Oh god. Yeah, this one is me actually. All right, fair. Fair. That one was me and not PoE at the very least. So at least they... Oh god. I'm going to switch servers after this map. Jesus, man. This might end up being a short streaming by all indications, because what the fuck is going on with your servers today? The fuck? You had around 40 plus minions. Huge. That is with the amulet. So you got minus 80 to all res. That is wild. Minus 80 to all res, and back to Texas we go. Minus 80 to all res, as well as 160% increased defenses. That is disgusting. That is quite nasty, actually. Jesus. Did you pair it with... Okay, it wasn't a pure Spectre build. It said Dominating Blue, right? Dominating Blue, Wolves with Tigers, and one Spectre. So you wouldn't go Umbro, but 160... Wait, how did you get 40 minions? Was it like Val Summon Skellies, or was this just like Dominating Blue? Because I know Dominating Blue has what? 9 regulars, 3 rares, and like 3 magic or something like that. I forget. Elementalist. Oh, you had golems. Golems. Oh, phantasms. Okay. That makes sense. That means you had 11 phantasms. Sure. You went the true definition of whatever a Zoomancer is supposed to be. How did you find dealing with the minus res was? Did you go CI? Because minus 80% all res is insane because that's 80, 160. That's a minus 320 res if you have to account for all 4 reses. That is a lot of minus res. UNTI, okay, so you only have to deal with minus 270? No, 240 rather. Which is a lot more manageable, of course, than minus 320. One day I'll hover on a belt and it won't be a pyroclast, whatever it's called. I'll hover on the leather belts and the heavy belts, and I'll get a Mageblood and a Headhunter. One day. That one day can even be today. I don't mind. Convert all elemental damage to fire or chaos. I only stack fire as. Oh. So you went tempered by war. And what else? Or did you go divine flesh? Divine flesh, Dawnbreaker, Watcher's Eye? Question mark? But that means you only dealt to minus 160 res, which again, pretty nice. Wait, see, I can't go divine flesh, so that means it has to be tempered by war, which means tempered by war, Watcher's Eye, Dawnbreaker. That's 90% if you get good cold and lightning rolls on your Dawnbreaker and Watcher's Eye, of course. That's 90% conversion. Did you ignore the remaining 10% conversion? Or I mean, if you ignore the other res, you should be at minus 120, so, or minus 200, which would make that 10% still substantial. So you probably. Oh, you went incandescent hard. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Jesus Christ, man. PoE servers are... They're going through it. They are going through it. Yeah, this is probably going to be a short stream with the way these servers are acting up. I'm never honestly against the short stream idea, simply because we need that loot patch and we need it now. So the sooner it comes in my head, or the less amount of game time I actually have before the loot patch, the better the experience I have with this league, I think, overall. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Fortress. Plus, hopefully, I'll still be able to farm later on because I want my Mageblood. What's up? Minus lightning res, reduce fire damage, max ES, phase 2 attacks.
Never seen this one before. I linked.
You linked something?
Yes.
Alright, I'll check.
I actually never seen my whole team leave. On top, they are dying.
Bruh.
Bro, I was literally playing just to realize I was the only person left in the game. Like, it wasn't like one person left and then eventually they got the thing. It was like literally like one guy rage quit and instantly everyone else left.
Are you sure they aren't just pre-mates?
I don't know. Genuinely don't know. It's what it is.
It is what it is. Not to mention when we play together, I mean, there's only so many people that can rage quick at that point.
Games today have been weird. Spiky, not really interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, I ranked up. Or did I rank down? Oh, I ranked down. Boldly. I'm
Also,
Alchemist. It's so weird to feel like you're improving, but just be like chain losing.
that is the nature of the game. Absolution leveling is comfy or somewhat on somewhere hard. I would say it's relatively comfy. I mean, once you unlock Absolution, it's very, very smooth sailing in terms of damage output. I think they do really good damage. Summoning them can be a bit of a pain, and that I think is more something you probably have to get used to as a minion build enjoyer like myself. But if you don't mind have the semi-caster playstyle that it feels like, then yeah, it's very smooth sailing. Very, very, very efficient as well.
Thank you, another one. So, be on tomorrow.
What'd you say?
Be on tomorrow.
You're not cute on that one?
That's just 3 of something that's not like they all haven't been that bad, but you had a stomp into a stomp loss into that one where people just left, so I think it's safe to just stop playing. Go do something else.
Charlie, you hop on PoE, right?
I would get there, Petty.
I mean, I'd be down to play Deadlock later.
Just message me
Aye.
if I'm on time.
Nameless here, the 4th of today. None of them have given me anything good. And another one that doesn't give me anything good. Hey, at least I get a windscreen from this one. My future AG loves this year. I think it's sad just... I think I'll play a game with Mageblood and see what I can do with that. I think there's a lot you can do with a Mageblood. I think genuinely you can actually... you can actually mess around with builds that you probably wouldn't have before. Builds that maybe I'll have too many holes defensively. You could twink something. You could play around with the new unique. Rigwald's Hunt, is it called? On Champion. The one where it makes it so your minions have double damage chance equal to your fortification stats. And you want to stack fortification. Something like that would have holes offensively, seen as you'll be going champion. But if you can solve that with like a timeless show, then you can use Mageblood to solve your defenses and, you know, make something unorthodox out of it, among other ideas, of course. By the way, I know you don't need it for damage, but Awakening Spell Echo is only 10 divs or so. It's 10 divs? I guess everybody's using a wonder this league, which is why. Sure. That's huge, actually. Just that, once I have my Mageblood, I might actually try to just buy that. Even Awakening GMP is only 20D this league. At least it was 20D when I checked. So yeah, for some reason some Awakening gems are just very cheap, because like in a wonder league I would expect Awakening GMP to be expensive, but it wasn't. Stayed on volley. I'll buy just because it might spike, and I would want to have it if it does or not doesn't. Because like I think for most builds that aren't using mortars, I personally prefer GMP by quite a bit. Ooh. Don't you mind if I do? So you're using volley on summon phantasms or on what minion? Flame. Yeah, flame golems you 100% want volley because they shotgun. They use mortars, although their mortars are very weirdly shaped and kind of harder to overlap because of the seemingly random deviations. Fortress? Looks like the answer is no. No fortress. Bruh. I have half a mind to just say, you know what, that's it. All right, yep, that's it. I am not dealing with this slag. I don't understand what is going on with your servers. I went to Texas. I went to, what's the other one? I went to Texas. I was in Washington before. It's all just laggy, man. I'm done. At least for now. I will be back tomorrow. What Pantheon god should you use? Whatever you feel like you need. I recommend having Brand King. I think Brand King is non-negotiable, but for what I would like to call the minor gods, so I guess that's what they're called. I recommend using. You can go immune to Burning Ground. That helps a lot when you're dealing with Burning Ground maps, especially when you're still unlocking Atlas points. Past that, I would say Rislata is also really good early on because charges and everything. Really good. Then those are the two options I would say. It's you either go Rislata and you can use the life flask to counter the Burning Ground, and whenever you're dealing with like Maven or whatever else, or bosses in particular, you can use this to supplement your health, or Aberoth for Burning Ground immunity and go that way. I always recommend, like, I typically run Red Altar strats when I am on low budgets, so Aberoth is typically my go-to because I hate Burning Ground at least. Anyways, I don't understand what's happening with PoE servers today. It is not a fun experience having lag literally all the time. Anyways, I've complained enough about it. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Anyways, we're going to keep farming for Mageblood whenever these servers stabilize. Before we go, actually, I do want to wealthy exile my I do want to wealthy exile. Let's turn off my browser's resource limitation, shall we? I wanted to believe it was my computer that was causing the lag, but it was not, sadly. Anyways, it was in my browser. So let's see, where are we at now? 187. We made a very healthy profits. Again, we actually more than this. Once the fortress maps sell, they'll sell for like, I currently have them up for like 80. We'll keep an eye out for how much they actually end up costing, because I have 51, so I'm going to be able to charge that big bulk price. But yeah, we're going to end up selling most of these for about 80, worst case scenario like 75. So easily we're looking at, if we say 75, which is the worst case scenario, we're already looking at 3,800 chaoses, which is our divines to 125 chaos divines. Oh shit, yeah, 128. So that's 30 divines, give or take. So that'll be 30 divines plus here we're at 15, so that's 45. That's already an apothecary right there, so that'll be our third apothecary, which means we'd only have 2 left. And honestly, we are getting to the point where all these things, as you can see, I can probably liquidate them into 1 apothecary, so we'd only really need to farm for 1 more apothecary past what we currently have. So we basically already have 3 apothecaries, or 4 rather. We just need to farm enough like maps and whatnot to get the 5th one, and then I'm going to do like massive liquidating to get the 5th one and the Mageblood, basically, because once I have the 5th, I have a Mageblood basically. So like I said, I think by tomorrow I should be able to get a Mageblood. I think so. So I might end up doing a lot of the liquidating off stream, so you guys don't have to go through it. Depends on how my day is gonna go. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think my day tomorrow should have enough time to do some liquidating and the things I need to do IRL as well. I just need PoE servers to be a bit more stable, and I'm also going to farm some tonight, so hopefully my maps keep dropping the way they have been thus far, because I think in the past, I want to say 60 maps, I've dropped like 51 fortresses. Maybe it's closer to how many maps? 67 maps. So we've been averaging way more than 1 every other map, which is huge. I just need the luck to keep going. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with a better experience with these servers. Till then though, have a good night. So it was such a short stream. Yeah, PoE.